Deep Sleepers, this is my favorite show of the year. You know, once you get past the 10th round, 100th pick or so, you gotta have those guys with the upside, the guys that can win you championships. Every year there's about at least a handful of guys past the 100th pick that really perform well and help you get that gold trophy. So hopefully we got a few of them on this list, but before we get into them, Brent, what do you got?
Even before that, these are the guys that you write down, you put in your queue. Put them in the old queue after round 10, just start sniping them down. Like this video, please, because you're not going to share it. So for the love of goodness, please like and subscribe. It really helps a lot, for the love of goodness. And we have all of our other videos out. We got some rankings on the website. It's just a football bonanza at Fantasy Smack Talk.
Don't forget about the cheat sheet, the bonanza.
Bonanza!
Wow. All right, our first guy, Mr. Daryl Henderson. If you've been watching our shows this year, last year, you know I'm a big fan of this guy. He was amazing in college, passed the eye test, but he did not look good last year. And then they drafted Cam Akers. And yes, if you said, all right, you can pick one guy for even money, I'm going to pick Cam Akers. I think he has more of a clear shot. They're going to give him a chance.
So why would you have Henderson on this list, Dustin?
Yes, his ADP is 134. Akers is 60. I don't mind trying to get both of them and just locking that up. I mean, they do have Brown out there, but I think it will be one of these two guys that has the most fantasy value. But I think there will be a running back on that team that has solid value. But for my money, I'm taking Daryl at 134.
All right, going to move on to tight ends. Jonnu Smith of the Tennessee Titans. And I know what you're thinking. This guy played last year and he was like, I don't know, the 18th, 19th, 20th, whatever, best tight end. There's a reason for that. Little guy by the name of Delaney Walker that everybody loves. I don't know why he's such a fantasy darling, but isn't he the guy that like everyone's always happy they take walk? He's like the guy that starts. To get Delaney, yeah. He's the start of the second tight end run.
Well, a couple years ago.
Maybe a couple years ago. Either way, it doesn't matter because he's out. He's gone. We got Smith coming into his third year. Love that he's a young pup as well, but third year, so he knows the offense well enough. He's got noodle arm Tannehill throwing to him.
Come on.
So Tannehill's not going to be throwing it deep. He's going to have to do the little check downs to Smith all over the place. I do think he will get a significant amount of target bump this year. So therefore, at pick 146, I think he could be a steal in the leagues where I'm taking two tight ends. He could potentially be one of the two that I take towards the end.
Another tight end for you. If you watched our tight end strategy video, we told you it's deep this year. So that's why we got a few of them actually on this list. But Dallas Goddard going at pick 142. Over his last 6 regular season games last year, he averaged 5.6 receptions. Not targets, receptions. And I think they are going to be moving the chains with their tight ends. They got 2 old receivers, and they have a rookie. I think the Ertz and Goddard are going to be out on the field a lot together. And hey, if Ertz goes down, guess what? You got a top 5 tight end. So Dallas Goddard to me, and he was a top 10 tight end last year, even with Ertz staying healthy all year. So Goddard to me, I think, is a very fun guy to just grab in PPR leagues if you decide to wait on tight end because you can get him super
What's
late.
his ADP?
142.
I'm surprised to see him that high. But it makes sense. I'm just saying, people always think of him as a backup tight end.
Yeah.
All right, Jameson Crowder, pick 126 on the Jets. Here's the deal. He had a good year last year. 78 catches, the most he's ever had in his career. 833 yards, like the best he's ever done is like 840. 6 touchdowns, best he ever did was 7. So this was a guy a few years ago on the Washington, it was then Redskins, now football club team, whatever, that everyone kind of pegged as a fantasy darling. Well, he's kind of produced since then. He's pretty good. Pick 126, you're not going to be excited. No one's going to be like, oh, I really wanted Crowder. But you know what? In a PPR league, so know your settings, he is an awesome tight end 3 if you go running back early, which you should.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver 3.
Yeah. Preston Williams, another fun wide receiver you can grab late. Going around pick 150, he was an undrafted receiver. He went undrafted because of off-field issues, but Miami ended up taking him. In Colorado State in 2018, 96 catches, 1,345 yards, 14 touchdowns, 6'5", 218. I mean, he checks off a lot of boxes. He is coming back from a major injury, but all signs are pointing to that he will be ready. And I just think there's something there. I mean, you got to be excited about Tua. And at pick 150, we always say young with upside at that point, and he's just a nice receiver to just scoop up late, put him on your bench, and see how he starts the season. Because he's got the talent, and if he can, get healthy and keep all the off-field issues at bay, he could have a nice year with Miami.
All right, talking about a quarterback finally, Mr. Drew Lock going pick 145-ish, 6-ish. Plays for Denver. Going to be transparent. A few months ago, called Dustin because there was some crazy MVP odd on Drew Lock, so I'm a digital gambler. I like looking at the Vegas lines. Vegas is normally right. They had him like, it was just around a lot of people. I was like, that's really weird they have him there. But based on whatever stuff they run, it's like, hey, with as young as he is and how he finished last year, and in 5 starts last year, he finished with 7 touchdowns, only 3 picks. He can run a little bit. I think he's got sneaky with his legs. He's got a nice surrounding cast around him, young surrounding cast. But there's just upside here. In a 1 quarterback league, you taking him? No. But if you're in a 2 quarterback league and he's like your 3rd quarterback, you are looking really nice, I think. I think there's a lot of upside there, and so does Vegas.
And if you have 2 flex spots in your league, turn the 2nd flex to a super flex.
It's so much better.
You won't regret it.
It's so much better.
You won't regret it. Justin Jefferson is next, going right around pick 108-ish. This is our favorite rookie receiver. We think he should be the first rookie receiver off the board. We think he's NFL ready. 111 catches last year for LSU, over 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. I mean, I know Minnesota's, they're not necessarily the super pass-heavy offense. They like to run the ball, but there should be plenty of targets to go around with Diggs being gone. And you got to think he starts on the field. He's going to start, and I think he's in a great situation, and he obviously has the talent. We think he's NFL ready. He could have a fantasy-relevant rookie season for receivers, which is rare, but we like his chances.
All right. When you think of a rookie being relevant, who do you think of? Who do you go to? Way back. I'll let you think. It's good at the end.
We're talking, what do you mean way back?
Deontay Johnson's my next person. It'll be a teaser for the wrap-up.
Okay.
Go and pick 117, Pittsburgh, 2nd-year receiver. First, it's kind of annoying. When we first liked him, he wasn't getting nearly as much hype as he is now, and now it's, oh my God, so much hype. And the thought process is Big Ben's healthier? Because, wow, Juju looked terrible last year. So the thought is, if Big Ben's healthier, Juju steps up, then the number 2 guy looks like it's probably going to be Johnson, at least in our opinion. It's still a little bit up in the air, but at least in our opinion, he's going to be the number 2. Could be interesting, right? He was a 3rd-round pick 2 years ago out of Toledo. He is a speedster, but he has decent route running. This is just the kind of guy that if you went running back early and you want to get a little more on the bench, but a little bit young with upside, boom! That's Johnson.
Oh, with authority. Noah Fant is next, another tight end for you, going around pick 110, tight end 12 off the board as we sit right now with ADPs. Rookie last year, 40 catches, 562 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid year for a rookie tight end. But the thing I like is he had almost 400 of those yards in the last 8 games. So, I mean, some of that was with Drew Lock. And just that offense in general with the weapons that they added, you just got to think they're going to be better. You got to think he's going to be a solid red zone threat for them. And just everything's just pointing up for Noah. And we just think he's a nice guy to target late again if you wait on tight end. And whether you wait and just get 1 or you wait and get 2, he's definitely one of the people you should be targeting if you're waiting on tight end.
I'm waiting, taking 2. He's going to be one of them. Lock. Ooh, and I like Lock. Oh, so nerdy. Anthony McFarlane's my last guy. He's going after pick 200. I know, another Steeler, back-to-back Steelers. Here's the deal with McFarlane. First of all, the Post-Gazette, local paper for the Steelers, love him, right? Oh my God, he's so fast. He looks amazing, all this. Well, yeah, there's no pads on. He's like running in a t-shirt, and the guy's like ridiculously quick. So, yes, he's going to look great. But I do think this is, even if you take Connor, handcuff him with this guy, even if you don't take Connor, he could carve out a nice little speedster role, a Tyreek Cohen type of deal with himself there. So he's definitely interesting, does have some upside. Again, he was a 4th rounder taken out of Maryland. We all know that running backs were significantly downgraded, went later, whatever it is. McFarlane for the Steelers, perfect guy to take right before your kicker.
So there's our deep sleepers. Let us know what you think of the list. Let us know if we left off anyone that you think should be on the list. These are our favorites.
Best rookie fantasy receiver ever.
Wasn't it Moss?
No, Bolden.
Bolden
was a monster his rookie year. Monster.
Ooh,
boom!
Nice toss. Check out all our other stuff. Check out our cheat sheet. Subscribe, like.
See, that doesn't count, though, because I threw it like a little girl.
You did throw it real easy.
Well, I wanted to hit it. I I mean, but I hit it and I get mocked. I wing it, miss, I get mocked. It's a no win.